you with my lies.
This has a long story.
It does appear long. Please tell us your tale.
Well,
Your
well, I bought this because I'm supposed to do a dress up for the 20s sometime later, right? And so there was supposed to be one of those 20s hats, but I don't like it. Good thing it was really cheap. But because it was supposed to be a 20s hat, I tried it on early for the Boswell sisters, but yeah, it didn't work. But so then I got inspired. I can't hear you at all if you're actually talking. I got inspired because I had this steampunk goggle monocle, and I thought it might make a stunning pirate, and it kind of does.
And it's your own thing. That's what I love. Do I need headphones?
Maybe. I don't know. Do you? Can you hear? Echo's not too bad. Echo's not too bad.
Wow, that's just beautiful. Really weird. So Angela had actually brought
I don't know.
I have to tell you about the hat, though. It could be a size issue. Maybe is the hat. The cut could be a wrong cut. I say that about most of the clothes that I don't look like. But
it's a very cheap hat, so there was only like one size fits all, and I think it's too big for me.
Well, also once I put makeup on, because sometimes I'll like try something and it looks horrible, but once I start playing with like makeup and whatever I'm wearing, it will just come together. That's just been my experience lately.
That's true. That's true. Or just put on your. That hair doesn't go up, but it should be shorter, like more there, I think. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be as long. Yeah. But I'm due for a haircut anyway, except I just lost my hairdresser, but she referred me to a new one. So that must mean that she's going to be even more fantastic, right? Right.
You know about those clip-on hair pieces in colors?
Kind of. Not much. Oh, yeah, being colored. No, not at all.
At least from what I know. Mine never washed out.
Right. Yeah, I want to go for ones that don't fade this time. She picked a mix last time that did, some of them faded like that. And I want all no fade this time. And I want like the whole underpiece.
Oh, yeah.
Color. Yeah. We're not talking about music or Andrews sisters or Boswell sisters, but I guess it doesn't matter much.
Well, what is you mentioned Boswell sisters like a few months back, and it stuck with me, and I was like, I'm sure I know something from them, and I looked them up, and man, those girls are fierce, first off, but I don't know any of their stuff.
Not one. Wow. Well, it's kind of funny when I was thinking about it when you were saying you're going to do this. I mostly know because of the Boswell sisters because of my dad. They're great 30s kind of swing jazz, right? And ragtime. And the really interesting thing is, though, my grandmother on my dad's side actually did sing in a trio. I think it was her sisters or something. And when I saw one picture of what they looked like, they obviously had been patterning themselves after the Boswell sisters, which might be why my dad liked them so much. I don't know. I suppose my favorite song would be Gee, But I'd Like to Make You Happy. And one of the places where I first heard some more Boswell sisters besides my dad is I used to really love movies that would have like 30s music, 20s, 30s, maybe 40s, more 20s, 30s. Because 40s seemed to be plentiful. It was 20s and 30s you didn't hear as much. And Steve Martin had a movie called Pennies from Heaven, which was taken from the British ones they had, Pennies from Heaven and The Singing Detective, and I can't remember who the author is. But if you Google that, you'll find them. They just mid-acting will burst out into song, only it's all, what do you call it when you're singing over a record or whatever? It's all that, lip singing. It's all lip singing because it's all to like World War II stuff. You know what I mean? The story has to do, you know, so they'll suddenly get a popular song that is somehow conveying the story more. So the Boswell sisters were in the Steve Martin version at least. And yeah, so I heard them more then. It might have even been G, but I'd like to make you happy in that one.
I haven't.
Maybe.
The playlist. That's so cool. They remind me of the Little Rascals, like, you know, the way their teacher would look and his crab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Same time period. Same time period. Which I wonder what that is. Is that like, well, 20s, I guess, because they're 30s,
years
20s,
active
30s.
1925 to 1936. Wow.
It's kind of funny because if you think back in time, their look reminds me of an old Gibson girl, but the Gibson girl would have her hair up and look kind of like that, whereas they have their hair chopped off. So it's like that might be where it extended, you know what I mean? What was the piece she did between the two as they were showing her in fashion?
Oh.
She obviously had a monocle.
Well, one thing, like, you know, I was thinking, because the Andrews sisters were said to have been imitators as well of the Boswell sisters. Aren't they cute? But there were more, you know,
interesting.
They came, man, I tell you, their timing must have been just right to be so involved in World War II, where the only thing even close to war was international. And for Boswell sisters, they were, let's see, they performed on Hello Europe, the first internationally broadcast radio program. That's about as good as I could get.
I see what you mean. to be all, you know, immediately bumped into another level.
Totally like, hey, look who showed up! Success, hits, and because of the Andrews sisters, a lot of lawsuits happened because they were singing really old music that was not copywritten, and then when they started making hits out of them, people started showing up. Wait a second. Hey, you know this one? Pardon me, boy. Is that the cat that ate new shoes? Ah, I had to get you there.
Is that the
Okay, so.
Oh, yep, you did.
Yeah, my priest sang that to me once. The
cat
Andrews
that chewed your new shoes, is that what you said?
considered swing, boogie woogie. Oh yeah, and Boswell sisters, I do know this, came from New Orleans, Louisiana. I bet you like that, huh, Angela? Andrews sisters, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hey, I want to say something then too. When I went in 2015 to Mardi Gras, there was a band playing. What do they call that? Where they're playing on the street, scuffle or there's a word for doing that. But you know what I mean.
Sing it.
It's something with a B. I can't think what it is though. But it's a term for being like a street musician and, you know, performing right on the corner. I can't remember what it's called though. I only heard it very recently. But either way, I heard a band, Yes Ma'am, and I bought their CD right there in the street and tipped them like $20. And I still have every one of their songs in my playlist. They were fantastic. Yes, I will put this. I will put it right over here. Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Thanks. Great share. Oh my gosh. Speaking of that, I also have a little bit of promo plug. I was contacted by a guy completely out of the blue. I did not recognize him, but he knew me as Lisa on my Elsie page and said he's working with a new group called, well, it's new for him maybe that he's working with them. They're called Avon Fair. Cool name. And let's see, their debut record is Riddles and Love Songs. It's traditional UK and Irish folk music. And so they're offering a CD, a pre-order. If anybody feels like they want to support a musical cause, this is one going on right now. I tell you, I am the keeper of the information. Or it just comes to me, really. Aren't they adorable? And one of them,
Oh, good.
like,
That's
plays this
good.
drum thing. I'm sure, like, everybody in care, like, oh my god, you don't know what that is. You know?
No, I actually know people
Yeah,
that would buy this.
they're really good. Like, I heard them and I was like, okay, this is serious stuff. Yay! Okay, so that's, yeah.
Yay.
Wow. That's all sharing new music and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna sing a song, and you guys have to guess what it is.
There you go. do I get to hide behind the monocle again?
Yes, you get to. Now, I have to say that there was a kazoo that was going to be a part of this song, but once I put lipstick on, it kept falling out of my mouth. So there's going to be no kazoo.
I love that red, though. I love that red shirt, too. Oh, God,
Shirt.
that's a beautiful red.
Who? Avon Fair.
Sweater, whatever it is.
Oh, her. I said, oh, mine.
No, yours. Yours. It's a
the
beautiful
best.
red.
Angela, blue red, right? Blue red, not orange red. Yeah.
Well, you got the bottom of the chakras.
Look
I
at
got
us.
the top.
We're so
I got the bottom. Too.
and I love you're sparkly and I'm sparkly. I think
Or
like your style though. I love it. That look makes it. Your look. I mean, their look is great. Your look is sensational.
it needs a little tweaking, but
she heard the word sparkles and she came running. Oh my gosh! You know, I never dressed up until this girl
Sparkles.
came along and it was all over. Okay, I'm gonna sing this. Okay.
yay!
Don't give them any hints. Shh. If you ever go down Trinidad, make you feel so very glad. So sing and sing,
So singing, making
my time, drinking rum,
drinking rum and Coca-Cola. Mother and daughter working for the Yankee dollar. That suddenly becomes so weird. One paradise, drinking rum and Coca-Cola. Mother and daughter working for the Yankee dollar.
Yay! I don't know about all this. Young girls say they treat them nice and all that, like. But see, there are a lot of English.
I think. I believe they once had pirates.
All Trinis are. Well, not at this point. I think that's where they started. But I do, if I my theory is the English people came over, took over Trinidad, and then just left the Trinis fend for themselves. The Trinis forgot how they were when they were pirates, and then it all went to heck. And then it's noisy. Where'd Randy go?
Broke Blab. No, it
Oh,
didn't.
great. My song
Blab
broke
is
Blab.
being challenged, though.
What's on my Okay. Is it picking right now? You know what, Angela? It was broken today, and I'm like, it was broken today, and yet we're having problems now. So crazy. So Rum and Coca Cola, the Andrews sisters recorded, this is what I read. the Andrews Sisters recorded a similar version using some of the original lyrics, but with no social commentary. And apparently it was all thrown together. According to Lord Invader, aka Rupert Grant, who wrote the original lyrics to Coca Cola, said Calypso is the folklore of Trinidad, a style of poetry, telling about current events in song. Back home in the West Indies, Trinidad, where I'm from, small island, I'm proud of it. I was traveling on a bus, someplace they call Point Cumana, a bathing resort. I think my mom had a massage there once. And I happened to see the GIs in the American social invasion in the West Indies, Trinidad. You know, the girls used to get candies and stuff like that. And they go to the canteens with the boys and so on and have fun. So I noticed since the GIs came over there, they really generally did a chase with soda. Ordinarily, but their chaser was rum and Coke. They drink rum and they like Coca-Cola as a chaser. I hope you guys are following this. So I studied that as an idea of the song. And Maury Amsterdam had the nerve to say that he composed a song back here.
Who is saying this?
The guy that apparently wrote this song
for the Andrews Sisters. But, interesting.
Yeah. And then entertainer Maury Amsterdam and his two business associates were credited with writing the Andrews Sisters version. And then after a case, Lord Invader got $150,000 in compensation, but Amsterdam got to, he was allowed to retain copyright.
Interesting, very interesting.
But it's like, even through like what I was reading, it's like with a lot of these songs, they said Andrews Sisters pulled out the social commentary and stuff. So, I mean, we're all co-creators, really, right?
Right. Absolutely. We absolutely are, actually. And at this point, all of that stuff has got to be nearly, if not already, in public domain as it is.
I know. But then when you get like alcohol in a song at that time and a hint of some prostitution, and then you have a Coca-Cola product. It gets complicated.
Yes, it does. Nowadays, Coke wouldn't let you get away with that. Disney led the way there. Don't be doing that with our Snow White.
You look like Pirates Caribbean again. We're singing about pirates. I love songs about. Actually, I love singing pirate themes on Halloween, like the Tiki thing. Oh gosh, I just think pirates and Halloween go hand in hand.
I'm not sure I've ever been one on Halloween though. Isn't that funny? I'm gonna have to do it now because I have to do a steampunk pirate is what I've got to do. Because
what's that?
Steampunk, it tends to have a lot of leather, a lot of corsets, a lot of metal. It has a little bit of industrial going on, and it tends to come from fiction that's very much like Jules Verne, where you're back in like the 1890s or so, and we never progressed beyond the steam age. So everything is powered by steam.
Wow, powered by steam.
But so yeah, I apparently really like dressing up, but I also like writing a fiction. Oh, and you know what? The thing going on with me last week, and the whole first it was something I was writing, and then I was illustrating it, and guess what? I started writing something new.
Are you
I'm
serious? Are you allowed? I have to pick Randy out.
Randy, I don't know what happened.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on. Can you kick me out? Oh, so that he can come back.
I couldn't kick myself out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that could happen. That's kind of scary. We're not talking about that, but that's like that song Charlie on the Subway.
Did you write something new? Angie?
Oh, yeah, I start writing again, right? So now I have a story that I'm starting writing again, and it's already done its first transition. I was writing what appeared to be the prologue to a novel, and now I'm writing a screenplay. I've never written a screenplay.
Yeah, it's first time for everything.
Oh my gosh. girl, you know what we were
That's it. What?
Angela, please, if you do this, there is a place we have to go. Pitch Fest. Pitch book to film. If I have to go with, I'm working on something big, and it's not ready yet. So I'm
keep me in the loop. We'll go.
Yeah, kind of a social event, and that kind of threw me off. I was like, oh my God, there's like 1,000 other people that go to this, but no, they teach you how to pitch, and they give your stuff to important people.
Let's go.
So but remember,
let's go.
Right? It's just
when is it?
It happens every year, and last year it was in New York. This year in June, it's in Vegas, and it's.
Is it usually Vegas, or is it usually June? Or does the month move?
I'll find out. I don't remember. I know. But that's cool. I already know who my leading man is going to be, but he's on my vision board. You know who he is, and I'm not going to tell. I never reveal my muses until
who knows?
After.
Randy knows?
No, no one.
I have an extraordinary character actor person in mind that's kind of comedic, and I kind of know who they are. But the actual other people, no, not yet.
Okay, cool. So do you have, like, you're using muses for this? What's fueling?
What happened was I just came up with the plot, and it's like, oh my God, I love that. And then the plot depended on there being this character, this odd character. So I'm still refining who the odd character is, but I'm beginning to see, it has to be a she. So I'm beginning to see who she is.
Oh, that's what the monocle's for.
Nice.
Yes.
That's cool.
Well, and you realize that whole Angie sees cheerleader of life, the Angie sees. Oh well. But so what I can say right now is, bizarrely, it's about zombies. It still has some sex, but no, not with zombies. And it's a comedy.
Fighting me.
It's a comedy about zombies.
Nice. Okay.
Although that's not the main thing.
I mean, I don't see anything else. I just don't have humor. I mean, I'm not a glutton for punishment. This whole gluten thing is driving me crazy. Now I don't know.
Gluten. Yeah. It's like in 6th grade when I answered a English question with contraction, but we had just heard about a pregnant woman having contractions. So I belted out contraction and then went like I had said something wrong.
Wow.
There.
Okay.
Hey, this kind of works.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna bust through another one here.
We're guessing what it is.
Yeah. Wait.
Do you have air conditioning on?
You hear that?
No, you're wearing long sleeves, and it's like it's been hotter than Hades in California today.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize it was so cold yesterday. What are you doing?
Luckily, I got a heads up, so I got to water my plants, thank God. I have a couple of that are new. They wouldn't have taken it well.
Okay, I'm going to try this. So I've still got like 3 more songs that I'm sharing with you guys.
Good.
I didn't even think I'd be able to do that. I know you guys have to know these songs. I'm putting my headphones on because, yeah, that's pretty loud. Can you hear me? Oh, I can hear you. Okay.
Anyone else but me?
Apple tree. Anyone else but me?
Anyone else but me? Anyone else but me? Anyone else but me?
Anyone else but me? Till
Anyone else but me? First name with anyone else but me?
Lover's name. it's so sad because some people didn't get to march home. I cried every time I sang this song. It made me sad.
You can't go there. You really, really, really can't go there. Do you know that one time, riding home from work, have you ever heard that song about the damn unicorn not making it onto the ark? That
is messed
up. At the height of my empathy for things like that, I found myself sad about the unicorn on the song. So you can't go there.
Okay, we're not going there. Hey, but Angela, I have good news for you. The unicorn does exist.
There you go. My monocle's fogging up.
You know what? Just getting all teary-eyed. No. The unicorn, the dragon, all those animals. Not the hellhounds, though. Not the hellhounds. Oh, yeah. But
unless it's Hagrid's. I loved Hagrid's hound, the one with the 3 heads.
Oh, yeah. It must be smart.
Didn't see them.
So, I believe that they're on another plane.
That's it. Okay.
Right?
That's it.
That's where the unicorn is. Hey, unicorn.
Didn't miss anything.
Okay, true or false? True or false? Yeah. Angela. Only virgins can see unicorns.
There's variations on that. Sometimes it's that only virgins can catch them. Sometimes they can only. Sometimes it's only them that can see them. Sometimes it's only they that can catch them. I think they do make a joke about it in Harry Potter, but Hagrid catches one, and come on, we don't want to think Hagrid is a virgin.
Right, but also everything always changes. Everything always changes,
like the vampire mythos.
Oh, we discovered a new planet again.
Yeah, well, and the vampire mythos. I mean, it's all over the place. So why wouldn't the unicorn be?
Yeah, very well said. Okay, on that note, this one, Angela. Sorry, Randy. It's not like, but Angela posted this one.
You know,
so I know she knows.
Can I say one thing?
Now I may be
okay. I collect a lot of electro swing, and there is a fantastic electro swing. I can't remember who the hell it is. It's probably a pair of Stellar, but it could be Waldeck. I have no idea. But it uses the Andrews Sisters, and it uses the one where she says something about that she's never been on a freighter. I've never been on a cruise or something like that. And I always notice it when it plays on my list because my grandmother went on freighters. Either way, I kept looking all week to post that to you. I looked through my playlist because I literally have it and play it and couldn't find it. So one of these days, I'm going to shoot that song at you and go, Andrew Sisters!
Okay, and I'll know exactly what you meant. Okay, good heads up. Wow. Yeah, I really want to hear this. I love that song. I don't know about electro swing.
Oh, I love electro swing too.
Okay.
I discovered a new one today.
Yeah. Sounds fun. Okay, shoot it on my way. I want to hear it. Okay, this is my own version of this, okay? Choo-choo to Broadway through Cincinnati. Don't get it with the 1, 2, 3. Life is just so fine on the southern side of the line. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Mama, very nice. I like lobsters too. I like when I come home late at night.
I like my favorite dish, fish.
Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Mama, shrimps and rice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yay!
Yeah, my favorite dish. Huh?
Yeah, see, you hit two that I love, and then I'm not as big a fan of the apple tree.
Oh man, I should have done Sugar Time.
Oh, Sugar Time's good. Bette Midler or somebody in the 70s brought back the apple tree one, and they just killed it and played it and played it.
So what you're saying is you... Okay, wait, let me get this straight. You don't like that song, and I just played it, but when Bette Midler did it...
Meaning she killed it forever back then.
Oh,
Yours was
okay.
actually much
Wait,
better because you were going more of a sweet way and hers was more of a Bette Midler brash way. But either way, it's like I could just not hear about apple trees or coming marching home. That's the only problem.
That's why she don't want to hear my sob stories.
But otherwise, I mean, the other two I love, and you did fantastic.
Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Even on the apple one.
Well, you're my inspiration.
And Randy helped.
What do you think, Randy? Thank you, Randy. Randy gets props. So, yeah, I'm actually wearing a bracelet
that says
regarding veterans. That's a great question. You know, I can't remember. But I'm trying to get them on our Blab, and they haven't responded. So carry the load. That's it. Carry the load. And it's about really, I don't know, they're trying to up what our veterans have done. And it just, I want to study it more. We'll talk about it maybe before Veterans Day. And I'll find out more about these guys. It's really beautiful, though.
I still have one feeler out. I'll put more out.
Yeah.
I need to think of who would want to be or who would be good. But so far, I haven't heard anything. But that's not the Tuesday anyway.
Well, you guys think about
Friday.
It's Friday, yeah. The Angie.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yes, test at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I have the test. I just remembered it just then. That's when.
What test? What test?
We're doing the test again for Friday to see if CJ and Vicky can do it. We are. Well, it's going to be on my channel anyway. I don't remember how it happened. Don't worry about it. Be there, don't be there. You're good. No,
I'll be here.
She was at the dentist.
Okay, I'll be here.
You were at the dentist. These things happen.
That's right, and we said we were going to reschedule. Yeah, but by the look of this choppiness, I'm not really sure, but I know that they did some updates.
I asked them, though, if they wanted to do it, and they did, so it's like, yeah, all right.
You know, I love that you're not giving up on us, I swear.
She's going to drag us over to her platform if ours won't work. What did you do different?
Oh, guys.
What did you do different?
New.
Did the screen change or something? The light on you became...
Oh, I'm brighter.
The light on you became fabulous and very 40s. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
With the red and the pale. Yeah. Oh, even the bangs in the hair.
Good.
Yes. Perfect.
Yay. Screenshot this for us. Oh, thank you. I wanted to say, too, about that whole tight. When I was looking up the YouTube, this guy was saying that the Andrews Sisters manager said that hold tight was used as a secret code between lesbians and the military. One saw.
Cool. Hold tight.
One saw. Oh, and then Foo. You know how I was thinking about Foo? Foo Cincinnati?
Yeah, I never knew what they said. Foo Cincinnati.
Yeah.
It's Foo Cincinnati. What's Foo?
Well, I looked it up, but I'm not satisfied with it, and I think I know what it is, and the internet doesn't. So this saying "choo choo to Broadway, Foo Cincinnati," right? Foo Cincinnati.
Or is it through Cincinnati? Choo choo to Broadway through Cincinnati. No? Could it? Where the hell are you coming from?
It could be.
So yeah, so if you're coming from the west, wait a minute, where do they start?
That would make a difference.
I bet.
No, I think it is Foo. But they say it later. They say, I like oysters, lobsters too. I like my tasty butterfish Foo. Now, I think they're talking about, that's not cool to call anyone Asian, something like that. You know, that kind of crossed my mind. But honestly, I think Foo is for Fooey. Now, Foo is also associated with
PHO, not
cool.
FOO.
Yo, Foo.
What? Which makes me think pho, which is actually a noodle, isn't it? But one is not pronounced foo. I have to say something here, though. I really have to say something here. I play a lot of Boswell Sisters, or I used to, right? I still do. But I played one when I was driving in Sacramento, and I heard it for the first time, and it was called Mississippi Mud. And the next thing you know, they were singing about darkies, and I'm like, so you know, when you listen to music from the 20s, 30s, you may, you know, they will pick on different ethnic races. They will not have the same level of respect. They may consider them the enemy because it's during World War II. I mean, you can hit all sorts of things. There is a Donald Duck cartoon where he's, you know, spitting in Der Fuhrer's face. So, yeah. But I just don't know if that's what it was about food.
Kind of crazy on
I never knew what the hell they said.
Oh, my God. I used to have a big crush on Daffy Duck. Who is your big cartoon crush? Oh, man, you have, elegant taste. Wow.
I suppose it'd have to be Bugs. Or Sylvester.
You had a crush on Roadrunner? I think Roadrunner was a girl, right? With the beautiful eyelashes. Did he leave us?
Roadrunner.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? Every time we pick on him. I
think so, yes.
Oh, never mind.
He left us,
so
and you
I
don't
wanted
have
to also mention, I have friends of...
Oh, he's coming back.
Yeah.
Were you going to say something bad about me?
No. You want to?
Yeah, I'll cover my ears.
Well, I had friends over from San Francisco earlier, and they mentioned the Del Rubio triplets, whom I forgot all about. They used to see this girl group that are like from 1956 up to like 1996. They'd see them at the same one. You know them? They'd always. Thank you.
Del
okay,
Rubio
I forgot
triplets.
about that.
Yeah, they used to be on Pee Wee Herman.
Are they on your playlist?
Unless they had a Christmas album.
Wow, nice. That's cool. That's cool.
Actually, on my Christmas playlist, they are.
They would be hanging out in San Pedro, going to like Save On Drugstore with their go-go boots and beehive hair. They were always dressed to the max. Always dressed the same.
You know, there was a famous, and I didn't really know about it until after one of them died, but there was a famous pair of twins that used to be like society whatevers in San Francisco that would be photographed all over the place, but all they were look-alike twins that were photographed all over the place, but I will swear to God, they looked like the Del Rubio triplets. You know what I mean? They dressed the same way.
Wow,
always.
what happened to them? Did they get tired?
Yeah. But no singing and not triplets.
Oh. Gosh, that's incredible.
One of them died.
But
they made it like 90-something years, so yeah.
Okay, Randy, what do you know about the Maguire sisters? What? Am I missing something? What do you know? What do you both know about the Maguire sisters?
I've had them too.
Not everybody's speaking at once.
I can't think of a song. They didn't do
Mr. Sandman.
Were they three?
They didn't do Mr. Sandman. No, that's the Chordettes. That's the Chordettes.
Yes.
They did Sincerely, I think, and they did. and what is the other one they did? There's one that's like Sandman. There was a real big one for them, but I can't think what the name of it is.
Yeah, there's one that was like as big of a hit. Oh, not Bugle Boy. Yeah,
it was in movies. It was in movies like about Vegas or something.
Okay,
it had a brief comeback.
Where's Judy?
Like in the 90s, I think. Judy would know, darn it.
Okay. Well,
Judy, I told her she would maybe like this Blab too, darn it.
For old time's sake.
She's not.
Got it.
She's not very good at
well,
stuff if she hasn't done
Maguire
it before,
sisters
so. Adventurous.
Played instruments.
Where the good times are.
Okay.
which is ahead of the. Connie Boswell played instruments. The other Boswells didn't. Andrews sisters, I don't know. But Connie Boswell at least played the piano, but I think she played a couple of string ones too.
I think. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Oh, let the sun shine. Remember that one?
Seriously, Angela.
I thought that was Pebbles and Bam Bam.
It's on the Maguire sisters.
You know, that's funny. I do have to mention that, like, with these 3 and 4 acts, no, just the 3 is what I really studied, is that they don't cover each other's songs, so they keep it kind of easy for us tonight. So if right.
Well, they didn't do that as much then, huh? It's kind of weird. Yeah. They just make another. If they wanted a song that was similar, they'd just make another one. Unless you had later, when it became a thing about race and the radio station. Yeah, then you'd have a lot more covering. But yeah, covering I think starts somewhere in the 50s or 60s.
Turning up. Okay.
Yeah. I have to turn on this fan. I'll be right back.
Oh, and the Maguire sisters are from Ohio. They're active from 1952 to 68. They've performed for 5 presidents of the United States. Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, and George H.W.
Wow.
Bush. And then after their careers wound down, they opened a restaurant in Bradenton, Florida, calling Maguire's Pub.
Good God, it is.
Hey, let's
How
do
funny.
Pebbles
No,
and
never
Bam
heard
Bam
them do
Blab.
this. Just Pebbles and Bam Bam.
I'm doing this song.
Okay.
With a grin.
The grin, never wins, never wins, so let the sunshine in. Visit with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. This is sad. I think he's the one that likes the song most, and he's not here.
By the way, if you're hearing everyone singing at different times, there's a delay. Actually, audiences that anybody that didn't see what we were dancing and singing to is only seen live. So the benefit of being here live is a big benefit. We're so great.
So, can you name 2 of the famous actors or singers or songwriters? 2 out of 3 that I can think of that appeared on the original Flintstones as a cartoon. Exactly. You should be able to get the other one really well then, because they seem to travel in a pair for that one.
They also
the third one, I don't know what his Flintstone name was. I should, but I don't remember.
Seems so funny to me. Laugh, laugh. They were on.
Oh.
Okay, they're still doing
I vaguely remember that, but I don't know any information on that one. The 2 I knew. So we do.
Ooh.
We need to do one. Stoney Curtis.
Nice.
Tony Curtis. And then the other one, I don't know what they called him, but it was Hoagie Carmichael, who was a 30s composer, and probably the Boswells sang at least one of his songs, probably. Like Lazy River, Skylark. What do we got?
Long time ago.
Remember Sleepless in Seattle?
I hear you.
Sleepless in Seattle. This theme where he is falling asleep, remembering his wife, right? It's a Nat King Cole song that plays right then. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a Hoagie Carmichael.
Nat King Cole would have been good on the Flintstones.
Oh, yes. In fact, he might have been, actually.
That would be cool.
We're going to have to Google that.
now
I'm going to make up a whole myth that he was, whether he was or he wasn't.
Hey, we should add that to the Blab and totally mess with people on this recording. Let's do that, though. Nat King Rock. No.
Did you see the one that went around the other day?
Nat King Roll. Uh-huh.
The one that went around the other day that said that that Ringo Starr had finally confessed that Paul McCartney really had died back there at that one album. So I shared it on Facebook.
You know,
oh my God, it was a
Angela,
funny day.
I worked with a very important producer and engineer, very important, he's worked with some great artists. He believes that. He tells me, you don't see it? Like, he gives me all these, and I'm like, holy moly, you're actually right. I do. You know? And he's got me convinced. I gotta find it.
I love it.
Share it on my, if you find it again.
Oh, if I find it again, I will. It was so funny, though, because I had people so confused. I definitely took it that Ringo had said it now, and I'm like, that could happen. You know, one of these days, one of them's got to play out. You know what I mean? They have all these bizarre conspiracies. One of them's got to happen. And I mean, that seems a pretty benign one. But so no, then somebody explained the whole thing to me from the 60s or 70s or whatever it first happened. And it's like, yeah, I got that. This was just recently said.
Right, exactly.
They were like, what what rock have you been under? We cleared this up in the 70s.
Nope. I love it. I love it all. Bring it on. Gosh, they're just too much fun.
You know, that's much more fun. There's that one that they pass around where it says that they're going to screw with themselves in case they get Alzheimer's, where they put a Batman costume in their own closet. No. Just as you get near the end and you're like in your 80s or 90s or whatever the hell it is, just start answering questions no one's ever answered and go, trust me. The meaning of life. Trust me.
You would be on to something. You've got the wheels turning. Dang. Some inspiration going down.
That's it. Lots of inspiration. And yes, let me know about
okay,
Pitch
for
Fest.
sure. Randy, don't let me forget. It's my bookkeeper.
And our thing starts the 30th.
Yes. Yes. I'm so excited.
I remember because that's when I get my hair cut.
Okay.
No, it'll be the same day, but it won't be at the same time. I'm sure.
Cool. You're gonna do something fun and exciting, but just a cut.
Oh no! See, I lost my hairdresser because when she was on vacation, she hurt her arm, so she can't do it anymore. So she referred to me to one of the other people that works there. So it'll be a whole new one. But yeah, I absolutely want to continue. I now know the cut that I want, and I just don't want them to fade as much. I want it more where it'll hang on the whole time underneath.
No, for sure.
So it's very exciting because I thought, oh, I lost something, and then I realized, no, she's probably even going to be a better match. It won't be the fading. She'll pick the, yes.
No, I love your hair. You just do so many fun things.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Who knew that I like it? It's still, when it gets longer, it's like, well, you're almost too long. You know what I mean? But there's this level where I now really like it short. I feel sexier with it short. It feels, and it was wonderful in Mexico. Oh my God.
And it's sexy right now with the fan action.
It was manageable. Oh.
Come on. Then how do we do promos on Angela's screen? Wow. Okay. I'm going to sing a song, and you guys just sign out at the end so it looks real professional. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm going to take these off because you said you like the lighting.
Look like you know what you're doing, people.
Did someone really say that? Okay, here I go.
What?
Okay. Wait, that's not right.